Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial we're gonna do this stitch. It's a very easy stitch. 2 rows repeat. If you like, you can make a blanket, a scarf, a hat if you like. This is the back of the work and this is the front. So if you like, you can do this stitch. Okay, with this stitch we're gonna have to chain multiples of 3 plus 2 more. So I chain my multiples of 3. I have 15 here, and I'm working with 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. So now I'm gonna chain 2 more. What we're gonna do, we're gonna skip the first 5 chains from the hook. 1 2 3 4 5, and in the 6th chain from the hook we're gonna go into that 6th chain and we're gonna do 3 double crochets in that 6th chain. So you go back into the same chain and do the 2nd double crochet and go back again for the 3rd double crochet. Now we're gonna skip the next 2 chains, 1 2, and in the 3rd chain, yarn over the hook, we're gonna do 3 double crochets in there. And we're gonna do like this until we finish the row. So again, yarn over the hook, skip the next 2 chains, 1 2, and in the 3rd chain 3 double crochets in that chain. It's just 2 rows repeat, very easy. If you like to do something, you know, that you don't need to concentrate so much, yarn over the hook, skip the next 2 chains, 1 2, and in the 3rd chain 3 double crochets in there. And you're gonna be left with 2 chains at the end. Okay. Yarn over the hook, skip the next chain, and in the last chain only 1 double crochet. 1 double crochet in the last chain. Chain 2. Turn your work, and now we have the cluster of double crochet here. We're gonna work into the middle one, so we're gonna skip the first double crochet, and in the one in the middle right here, through the back loop, this is the front loop, we're gonna go into the back loop only, and we're gonna do in that 3 single crochets. So 1, go back again and do the 2nd single crochet and the 3rd. Move to the next cluster, and in the one in the middle we're going to skip the first one and the 2nd one right here. Through the back loop we're going to do 3 single crochets in there. This one looks a little bit like the primrose, I think. So you go to the next cluster and the one in the middle, through the back loop you're gonna place in there 3 single crochets. Okay, you move to the last cluster, you're gonna skip the first double crochet and the 2nd one, the one in the middle, through the back loop you're gonna place in there 3 single crochets, and the 3rd one. And now we have this chain here that we skipped in the beginning, and in the chain here right there, the one on top, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna do an extended single crochet. So pull up a loop, pull the yarn through the first loop, pull the yarn to the last 2 loops, and that is an extended single crochet. So now we're gonna chain 3, 1 2 and 3. Turn your work. It's gonna look like this. So now we have the 3 single crochets here. So again we're gonna skip the first single crochet, and in the 2nd the one in the middle. You're always gonna work with the stitch in the middle, but this time yarn over the hook, we're gonna go through the front loop, not the back, the front loop only, and you're gonna do in there 3 double crochets. So go back again and do the 2nd double crochet and the 3rd one, yarn over the hook, move to the next cluster of single crochets. So you're going to skip the first one, and in the second, the one in the middle, through the front loop, you're going to do 3 double crochets in there. So go back again and do the second double crochet and the third one, and I'm going to do like this until we finish the row. So you move to the next cluster of single crochets, skip the first one, and in the second one, through the front loop, 3 double crochets we're going to place in there. Go back again. So we have the last cluster of single crochets, the 3 here, skip the first one, and in the second, through the front loop, 3 double crochets in there. Into the same stitch but the front loop. So yarn over the hook, and we have the chain 2. So you're going to go on top of the chain 2 in there, and you're going to do a double crochet. Now we're going to repeat the row with the single crochets. Yeah, so we're going to chain 2, turn your work, it looks like this. So again, the cluster of double crochets, so we're going to work into the middle one, but through the back loop, and in there you're going to place 3 single crochets into that middle stitch back loop. So you move to the next cluster, and the one in the middle back loop, 3 single crochets, and this is it. You're going to repeat these 2 rows. So you move to the next cluster, the one in the middle back loop, 3 single crochets, and that's about it for this stitch. So the last cluster of double crochets, skip the first one, and in the second one, the one in the middle, through the back loop, 3 single crochets, and at the end, on top of the chain 3, so we have 1, 2, 3, on top of the third one here, we're going to go in there and going to do an extended single crochet. So pull up a loop, yarn over, pull the yarn to the first loop, yarn over, pull the yarn to the last 2, and now you're going to chain 3. You're going to do the row with the double crochets. So you have the first 3 single crochets here, skip the first one, in the second, yarn over the hook through the front loop. I'm going to have to make sure that you get the front loop only, and then you're going to place in there 3 double crochets. I think I'm going to do this row and that's it, because the next row you're going to repeat the 3 single crochets through the back loop into the middle one. So you move to the next 3 single crochets, the one in the middle, through the front loop, 3 double crochets in there. I think this stitch will look nice. Well, depends now. I think if you like to work with cotton, that will look really nice. So skip the next single crochet, and in the one in the middle, through the front loop, you're going to place in there 3 double crochets. But this one, it's such a easy, breezy stitch. So now at the end, yarn over the hook, you have the chain 2, 1, 2. So you're going to go on top of the chain 2 there, and you're going to do a double crochet. And now you're going to chain 2, and you're going to repeat the row with a single crochet. So you skip the first double crochet, and in the second one, through the back loop, you're going to place in there 3 single crochets, and you move to the next cluster, the one in the middle, 3 single crochets, and so on. It's a very easy and goes fast, this stitch. It looks like this. I think the hook that I'm using for this yarn, it's a little bit too big, but I just wanted to make sure that you see the stitches. So this is the stitch, this is the front, and this is the back. Both sides look nice, and the sides are okay. Yeah? So if you want to make a blanket or a scarf or a hat, you can try this this stitch. So this is what we worked up until now. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.